Love is authentic only when it gives freedom. Let this be the criteria. Love is true only when it does not interfere in the privacy of the other person. It respects his individuality, his privacy. But the lovers that you see around the world, their whole effort is that nothing should be private. All secrets should be told to them. And remember, anything real is always changing. You have been given wrong notions that a true love remains forever. A true rose flower does not remain forever. A living being himself has to die one day. Existence is a constant change. But the notion, the idea that love should be permanent, if it is true, and if love disappears one day, then the natural corollary is that it was not true. I want you to know, love came suddenly. It was not because of any effort on your part. It came as a gift of nature. At that time you should not have accepted it. If you are worried of its going one day suddenly, the way it comes, it goes.
If you learn to be loving by your own nature, not because of somebody else or something else. I know the question is coming from Facebook, there's an enormous possibility. You can even love those people who don't even exist. So I'm saying it's a tremendous possibility. So, if you just become love, not love somebody, then you will know the nature of love. If you love somebody, it's a fickle happening, because no human being will happen 100% the way you want them. Every human being on this planet is going to disappoint you, believe me. Not because they'll do something wrong, because nobody can fulfill the unrealistic expectation you have of them. It's simply not possible. Have you been able to fulfill anybody's expectation, I'm asking you, entirely? Partially, but never entirely, isn't it? So nobody else will be able to do it. Unless you're still such a hopeless romantic, you're still waiting, that ideal person is going to come from somewhere. No, believe me, whoever comes, I want you to know, the ideal people whom you worship, when Krishna was there, his wives complained. All right?
So there is no hope for us. Yes, please remember this.
I'm against marriage from the very beginning, because that means cutting down your freedom, getting attached legally to a woman or to a man. No. Freedom to me is the ultimate value. There is nothing higher than freedom. I would like marriage to disappear completely from the world. With the marriage will disappear divorce. With the marriage will disappear prostitution. With the marriage will disappear most of the work of the priest. With the marriage, almost 99% job of the psychoanalyst, therapist, psychiatrist will disappear. It is marriage that is creating all kinds of psychological perversions, repressions, guilt, It is simply human. You see a beautiful woman and you would like to have some time with her. It need not have any God's permission for it.
So the word marriage might have acquired a very negative aura around it in certain parts of the world now, because they have some sense of very juvenile freedom. Marriage is a bad thing when you're a young person. But when you were a child, it was a great thing. Yes or no? When you were a little child, you are for the institution of marriage. When you are 18, you are against it. When you are 45, again you are for it. Isn't it so? When you were children, did you not wish that your father, mother and a stable situation existed around you? Was that not a natural longing? So when you're 5, you're for marriage. Not your own, somebody else's. When you're 18, you're against, because right now your physical body is in a certain mode. Marriage looks like a bondage, a chain. You want to do things in a certain way. But slowly, as the body weakens, once again you wish there was somebody with you in a committed way, isn't it? Yes or no? This is a juvenile feeling that when I'm strong, I don't need anybody. When I become weak, I wish there was somebody with me. No, I think partnership should be formed when you're at the peak of your well-being. Isn't it so? Not when you have fallen. When you have fallen, if you seek a partnership, you will make bad partnerships, desperate partnerships. When you are well, when you are at the peak of your life, that is when you must make a partnership which will take you through all those ups and downs.
Because sex is the most significant force in you. It is your life force. It is from this energy that you come. It is this energy that keeps you running, alive. Call it elan vital. Call it life force. Because the word sex has become so condemned by the priests that even to use it, you feel as if you are doing something guilty. Use life force and you can see the difference.
Once you are not in terms with your own physical existence, you're essentially will never ever be in terms with any other dimension of your life. This itself will cover you forever. This is a fantastic trick to keep you enslaved forever. No wonder institutions have lasted. Though they've lost their relevance, they stay simply because your existence, your very existence, you're guilty of. If you're guilty of your very existence, that means one or that which is the source of creation should be even more guilty. You are eternally guilty, and that which has created all this must be even more carrying the burden of guilt. Guilt and fear have been a phenomenal tools to control populations, which has been successfully done for a long time. It's time this is broken.
That there is no creator, creation itself is enough unto itself. It needs no outside agency to create it. The moment you accept an outside agency to create it, you fall into a vicious circle. Because the reasoning is that how existence can be there without being created by someone. That is the reasoning of all the religions. If you accept their reasoning, then the question arises, who created the gods? And if God can be there without being created, then what is the problem? Then existence can be there without being created. You accept principally that something can be there without being created. So yes is perfectly okay.
Why do you say make it a quality rather than a noun?
Because the moment you make it a noun, you kill it. The moment you make it a noun, you stop its growth. Nouns don't grow. Only verbs grow.
I'm wasting my whole life doing Ram, Ram, Ram. See, this doubt will come to you only if you invest your whole life. You invest just 10 minutes in a week, then you will not get this doubt, it's all right, what's the problem? If you invest your life completely into God, then within 3 days doubt will come. Am I wasting my life just doing this? See, if you believe there is God, or if you believe there is no God, you're in the same boat. You believe something that you do not know. I believe this, you believe that, doesn't make any difference. You can believe whatever you want. Yes? Everybody can believe whatever they want. It need not have anything to do with reality as such. If you say, I do not know, the longing to know will arise within you. If the longing arises, the seeking arises. If the seeking arises, the possibility of knowing exists.